Hi everyone, Stephen Hurd with Keller Williams Real Estate here in Orange County, California. I'm here today to share with you 6 unique benefits for purchasing a home in California. Let's go ahead and get started with the list. The first unique benefit of purchasing a home is appreciation. Over time, here in Orange County, California, homes have appreciated at a massive scale. Right here in my office, there's a community right outside of it. Those homes used to sell for about $50,000 to $75,000 30 years ago. Today, those same homes sell for anywhere between $800,000 to $1 million. So you can expect long-term here in Orange County massive appreciation if those trends continue. And that is a 30-year trend, so it's pretty reliable, and appreciation is one of the main benefits of purchasing a home. The second part of appreciation is that a lot of people don't think of it. When they go to purchase a bigger home, many times that dream home that you want, with 3 to 4 bedrooms, that has the yard and everything you need, usually it requires a higher sales price and a larger down payment. Well, where do most people get their down payment from when they're purchasing homes like that? Most of them get it from the equity of the home they bought prior. So buying a home can help bridge you into bigger homes when your home appreciates and you get more equity. The second unique benefit of owning a home is freedom. When you are renting a home, you don't get any say in what upgrades you want, what color paint you want, what color carpet, how you want to decorate it. All of those things are subject to the landlord's approval. You may want to knock out a wall, make something bigger, and you can't do that because you're not the owner of the home. When you own a property, you can put your own unique upgrades in it, the countertops you like, the cabinets you like, and the things that are most important to you. Now, I know that this may sound like kind of a picky point. However, when you live in a property for 2, 4, 5 years, it gives you a lot of peace of mind to know that it meets your preferences and it fits your personality, okay? The third financial benefit of buying a home is tax advantages. Now, a lot of people don't realize how this works. The government actually incentivizes you to purchase a home. They say that when you buy a home with a mortgage, you get to write off all the interest you pay on the loan each year. Now, there's some caveats and regulations in there and price points, but for a majority of people, they get to experience this benefit. So let's say I own a home, and each month, the portion of my mortgage payment that is interest only is $1,500. In the course of a year, I will have paid $18,000 in interest. Now, the government says if I made $100,000, I can generally write that interest off on my income. So if I made $100,000, I get to write off that $18,000, and now I only looks to the government like I made $82,000, and that's the rate I get taxed at. That is a huge financial advantage. That can save you a lot of money each year on your taxes. Also, the government lets you write off your property taxes. Homes here in California, in Orange County, California, generally have a tax rate between 1% and 1.25% of the sales price. So if your home is $700,000, 1%, $7,000 a year that you can write off against your income. So that is a huge tax advantage with the interest. Let's say $18,000 a year plus the property taxes. Now you're looking at about $25,000 a year in tax savings. Now that doesn't mean you get $25,000 back. It just means that you're taxed on a lower income bracket. So if you were at $100,000, now you're getting taxed on $75,000. Okay. Obviously, talk with your CPA, your tax person, to get exact figures, but that is a huge advantage, one that I've personally experienced for the last few years, where I've saved a lot of money in my taxes because of it. The fourth benefit of buying a home is forced savings. So when you buy a home, I don't know what happens, but you mentally change your spending habits. When you know that you have that mortgage payment, and if you don't make it, you're going to lose the house, it's not like you're sitting there worried, but you just kind of start to mentally change your spending habits. And when you change your spending habits, it makes it easier to make the mortgage, which leads into a long-term forced savings account. So let me kind of explain how it works. You're living in the home for 30 years. As long as you make your mortgage payment every single month for that 30 years, you're going to have a free and clear asset by the time that 30 years is up. So if you're 20 years old now, you live in the home for 30 years, by the time you're 50, you're going to have an asset that is appreciated at a massive rate. It was a huge tax deduction for you, and it's paid off free and clear. So let's say you bought the home for $700,000. 30 years from now, you at least know you're going to have that asset, depending on what's happening during the market at that time, but you're going to have a free and clear asset that's going to give you a financial benefit. Now, it's called a forced savings because you're forced to pay your mortgage payment every month, and that goes back into your principal. You're paying against your principal balance, which means that your equity is hopefully going up every single month. Now, most people don't have the discipline to save consistently for 30 years in a row. So this is the magic of owning a home. Because you're living in there, because you know you got to make the mortgage payment if you want to live in there, you stay disciplined and you stay consistent to make that payment, and it ends up being a savings account by the time you pay it off. Now, the benefit number 5 of buying a home is it protects you against inflation. A lot of people don't think about this. Rents rise here in Orange County. Mortgages do not rise. If you've got a fixed rate mortgage, your mortgage is not going to go up. So let's say rents are now at $1,800 a month for a 1-bedroom. 10 years from now, they're probably going to be between $2,300 and $2,500 a month. So your mortgage is not going to go up with inflation, but rents are going to go up. So even though people think they're saving money renting, they're actually paying a little bit more every month. And in the end of that 30-year cycle of where you could have owned a home, you end up paying hundreds of thousands of dollars, at least here in Orange County, that you get no financial benefit from. So buying a home keeps your costs the same in terms of your mortgage, and it protects you against inflation. And you don't. A lot of people don't think about the long-term impact, okay? If rents just kind of edge up every single year, in 30 years, your mortgage is going to be down here and rents are going to be way up here. That is a huge advantage. That's something to consider in your long-term financial planning. And finally, the last point, number 6, the 6th advantage to buying a home is stability. It gives you a little bit of mental stability knowing that you don't have to worry about your landlord selling. I've seen this happen many times where the market starts to go up, and the landlord calls the tenant and says, hey, prices are up. I'm going to go ahead and sell it. I need you guys to move out when your lease is up, right? Maybe that tenant didn't want to move out. Maybe they were just getting comfortable there. And guess what happens? When they move out, if the market's up, now they're moving to another home where the rents are higher. So it puts them at a disadvantage as well. So owning a home gives you stability knowing that you're not going to have to move when the landlord sells. Also, you don't have to worry about constantly moving because generally when you sign a lease, it's generally for a year. And so in 10 years, if your landlord sells or you decide to move, you could end up moving a lot, up to 10 times, right? Maybe less, probably you might end up moving 3 to 4 times, but we all know how stressful moving is, and it can be that 3 to 4 times that can just really put a mental toll on you. And then lastly, the financial benefits gives you more options and more emotional stability. So we said the 6th benefit of buying a home was stability. And right now I'm talking about emotional stability. The price of your home goes up and you have equity. Let's say you lose your job. Let's say you lose a family member or a loved one goes to the hospital, right? You have options. You can sell your home and you can use that equity to pay for the bills while you're searching for another job or paying off medical costs. So it just gives you a little bit of emotional stability when prices are going up. And of course, prices do go down, so there's a negative side to it, and those are things that you do have to deal with. But a majority of people, if they purchase a home right, they have their finances in order, they can experience the emotional stability of that equity going up, which gives them options to make better financial decisions in their life. I hope this video was helpful to you. Again, this was 6 benefits for purchasing a home. If you like this video, please click like, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and comment below with any questions. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.